Check, 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 check. Okay. Welcome to the Solo Monk Show. This is episode 26, maybe. I don't know. It's, I've been doing this now for, to hold it this way, maybe. I've been doing this now for maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, and I've only done 26 episodes. And that's because I don't like talking. I especially don't like talking to myself in front of a camera or talking about all the stuff I'm having to go through so that way I can keep being an artist and musician and all this stuff. Because honestly, it's boring. And early on in my career, I was told that from managers that if you cared about your career, you didn't want to share the bad parts of your career with your audience, or else people stop believing you as a vertical symbol that creates art and music, you know? So if you're having money issues, if you're having housing issues, if you're having legal issues, you're not supposed to talk about it to the internet. And I try not to. And I'm not going to talk about it here, but I've been offline for a couple of months because I had to move very short notice, and I live in Kentucky now, and I'm not going to explain it, but I had to move very short notice, and I didn't have very much money, so I was just been in a bad spot financially, so it's been hard for me to create or talk to people online. Because when people say, "Hey, what's going on? What's happening with you?" You know, I only have bad news to tell them, and I can't really tell them all the bad news because it's just really not appropriate for people to know the shit I have to do to survive or whatever. As a freelance artist who doesn't have rich parents, and I'm just out here floating around trying not to be homeless. That being said, over the past couple months, I've also been able to open up a art and media center called Arcadia Art and Media Center in Dawson Springs. And I'm having to just work around the clock just to keep that place open and to make it where it's free for local people to just come learn how to paint or illustrate or work on animation. And I'm the only person working on it. My girlfriend and partner, Alex, is helping with Arcadia, but I'm the one who's like there every day, teaching folks and also working on commissions to try to cover the rent. And right now it's just like I'm trying, and I'm failing miserably, which is also why I didn't really want to do too many updates, is that financially, it's just not going well. Trying to keep this place open, and but I'm trying, and I'm trying to stick to my guns about like what I believe in, as far as keeping things free for people, so that way there's no pay gate to education about working with, symbols and abstractions and visual art and all that. Because we live in a culture where a lot of that is pay gated. Only a certain class is supposed to actually be able to make vertical symbols. Only a certain class is supposed to be able to create, And I'm trying to create some kind of institution where it's open for people to come in and work at their own rate, Be creative without having to pay to occupy space, It's hard because I'm poor, and I'm having to pay to occupy space to make it free for other people not to have to pay to occupy space. But it's something I've been thinking about and working on forever, and I had an opportunity to do it, and I felt it was important that I do it, And if it works out, I can tell other people how I did it, and it's just not working out right now. And I don't know if I could, in good conscience, like tell people, hey, you should just work 24/7 to try to keep the space open, Like, I don't know if everybody can really do that. We already work 24/7 to occupy space, but like to occupy space and keep it open for other people takes a whole nother level of working, you know. Because I can't afford to, I mean, like, you know, it's hard for me to afford to be not homeless, you know, not even to like live securely and have health insurance and all this, just like to be floating through life as an artist in a capitalist society that doesn't care about art at all. It doesn't care about learning, doesn't care about, you know, what's beautiful about being alive. You know, they do this. If they think something's beautiful, then they're going to try to like put something in front of it and charge you to look at it, because the society is a goofy death cult, you know. It's just the way it is. But yeah, I've been working on Arcadia, just trying to get it all going, and talking to lots of local people, talking to lots of parents. Have a few like students who come back every week, but a lot of people that just come in once or twice, and they tell me they're going to come back. But you know, I understand, because like it's really hard to find time to do anything. But that's why I want to keep it open, is that like when you do have time, there's nothing to do that you can afford, you know. Because if you got time, then you ain't got money, especially if you start out at a certain baseline, you know. If you're in the wage slave class strata, which a lot of us are, you only make enough money to get to the next month, or to get to, you know, the next financial quarter. And all your security and all your retirement's tied up in vertical symbols that go up and down with the market, so you just have to worship it like everybody else. Puts you in a bad spot, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Life is really tough right now. But I stay making stuff, and I'm going to keep trying to do that as long as I can, you know, just making stuff. You know, sometimes artists are defined by like a really productive 5 years, and it doesn't matter if it was a really tough 5 years. It's just that like, if you ever get some inertia going as an artist, and you're creating stuff, and your process is working, and you're pushing, and things are moving, you need to move with it as hard as you can. You got to push, you know. Life is really tough, and trying to build any kind of momentum off doing something is damn near impossible, especially when it comes to creativity and, you know, spiritual liberation from vertical symbols. It's tough. Nobody wants it to work, you know, because everybody likes the ladder. Everybody likes the hierarchy of symbols. Everybody worships the symbols. They have their own, you know, left or right or whatever it is. Everybody wants there to be like individual heroes, and we have to worship them. So that way, the only way you could ever change anything is by being a mythical creature that is just lost in time, just forever burned into the Geist. It makes everything, you know, unobtainable. When really the thing is that you could be a very radical person if you just dedicate your life to doing dope shit every fucking day of your fucking life, and don't make excuses, and don't seek comfort, but just going out there and trying to do dope shit every day and trying to help people. That's how you change things. It's like, don't look out for me, look out for we. Act, you know. Doesn't matter what your thoughts are, it matters what your actions are, you know. Gotta be, you know, you gotta do to be. But anyway, I'm gonna cut this one short here. So I have nothing really personal to say, because I'm just in a bad spot. But I am working, and I'm pushing really hard right now, and hopefully the next one will be more positive, or whatever, you know, fun to listen to. This one I'm just really tired, and I've been working nonstop the past couple of months, and I've just been really broke, and you know, living in a new state, no way to control anything, no illusions of control, just getting by, which a lot of people are just getting by. So, you know, That's fine. Peace, y'all. Thanks for listening. Solo Monk out.